Hello, and welcome to the ThunderDG Policy Management Web application. My name is Patrick, and today I'm going to give you a brief demonstration of the application and help you understand how ThunderDG can benefit you and your business. But before we get into the practical demonstration, let's start with a brief overview to help you understand how the application works and what it really is. So ThunderDG is a policy management and employee education system. It's designed to help your HR processes move much more smoothly, and it really helps to make sure that your employees are reading their policies and getting something out of them. Because your business could have all the advanced technology in the world, but that wouldn't really mean much if your employees didn't know how to use that technology or really what was expected of them while they're using it. So ThunderDG works through three simple steps. First, you upload your company policies to the system. You then upload your employee list or recipient list of people to send to. And then finally, you select a document, a group of people to send it to, and you send it out. And the best part is, no one has to sign in to ThunderDG to access it. Once the document's sent out, they get an email. All they have to do is click on the link that's in the email, and they'll be taken right to the document, and they can sign it. Boom, bam, bam, they're done. Also, they'll be able to access these documents through any device. So here you can see we have an iPad, a laptop, computer, and a desktop. That's just a few examples, but most devices will be able to support this application. There's also the ability to manage the statuses, because you're also going to want to be able to make sure people are signing these, so you can track the status of each individual person you send a policy to and really hold them accountable for getting these policies signed. Also, in order to make sure that they're reading these policies, we included a quiz training module, so you can really make sure your employees are reading them and hold them accountable for the stuff that's in these policies and make sure they're getting to the actual substance of them. And as always, we here at Red Zone are here to support you. Whether that's helping you upload policies, helping you with technical questions, or even just helping you use the quiz training module. We're always here to help out. We believe that our client relationships are lifelong relationships, so please don't hesitate to ask us questions if you ever have any. So now the big question: how does ThunderDG do all this amazing stuff? Well, the quiz training module is built in. That's proprietary to ThunderDG. But the digital signature process and the status tracking, that's all done through a digital signing software called EchoSign, which is owned by Adobe. EchoSign is a really cool state-of-the-art software that manages and processes digital signatures to really help your HR processes run more smoothly and really make everything easier for you. And the best part is, because everything's going digital, it's not only easier to track things, you also save a lot of money from paper and ink costs, because you don't have to buy that stuff anymore, or at least not as much of it. So that's just a basic overview of how it works. Now let's go into a practical demonstration so you can really see just how powerful this software is and what it can really do. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the web app, and you're going to log in, and we can help you set up whatever admins you want. It's pretty straightforward. Go ahead and sign in. And the first thing you're going to want to do once you get to the home page is you're going to want to click on Policy Administration. This is where you're going to upload your policies, upload your recipients, and then send out your policies to be signed. So first, we're going to come in here and we're going to click on Upload Documents. And this is going to be just your standard file browser. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Select. And it's going to let me go through my file browser here, select a document. And once I've done that, all I have to do then is click Upload, and it'll upload right into the system. Easy as that. So you can also add or remove lines as needed. And yeah, it's really just that straightforward. A couple other things to keep in mind. For starters, we have a number of different file formats that are submitted. PDFs, text files, .doc files, and .docx files, just to name a few. Also, in order for the EchoSign software to recognize the signature lines and really give your employees the versatile ability to sign them, there are special text tags that have to be put in place of the actual signature lines. And that's just one of the many things that we at Red Zone can help you do. That's what we're here for. And finally, of course, all the documents that you upload are securely stored on the EchoSign system, so you never have to worry about security breaches. And of course, the documents are all yours. We at Red Zone never store them here or anywhere. It's all on EchoSign and it's secure. So once you've uploaded your documents, you can just go ahead and click on Return to Documents List, and it'll bring you right back out to the interface here. The next step is to import recipients, because you obviously want to have people to send these things to. So once you've clicked on Import Recipients, you're going to be taken to this page here, and this is really straightforward as well. All you have to do is copy and paste any number of recipients in here and separate the parameters as comma delimited fields. And the parameters you're going to need are email address, first name, and last name, in that order, of course. And as mentioned, you can copy and paste in here as many as you want. And after you've done that and click import, it'll generate this nice list for you down here. So you now have a whole repository of people you can send to. And of course, you can always come back and add to that list later, if you ever get a new employee or want to remove people, stuff like that. So after that's done, you click on Return to Documents List, and we're taken right back out here to the interface. And just on a quick side note before we get into the next step, all these column heads here, and that's both on this interface, on that recipient list that you just saw, and on the reporting section, all these column heads here are sortable. So if I click on file name, let's just say, I can now sort by file name. And by clicking on this arrow, I can control whether or not that's in ascending order or descending order. And it goes for all the columns here. So just another really cool user-friendly feature that we threw in there. We like making things very easy and user-friendly to use for you guys. So we hope you enjoy these features. Anyway, the next step after you've uploaded your documents and imported your recipients is to select a document and send it out. So we're going to go ahead and select our document, and then we're going to select someone to send it to, in this case me. I'm going to throw myself a message. Then all I have to do is click send. Now, when a document is sent through the system, it has to be sent out to EchoSign, be processed, and then sent to the person that you were sending it to, or people that you're sending it to. So it's not going to send instantaneously, but as you just saw, it still sends fairly quickly. So now that that's been sent out, the next step, of course, is for the people you sent it to sign the document. Now, obviously, if you just sent that out, you're not necessarily going to have that, expect them to have had that done, right then and there. But let's just say, a day or two passes and you want to come check to make sure they've actually done it. Well, that's when you can come over here to the reporting section and, track the statuses of each individual person you've sent a document to. So you'll notice the same interface. You'll notice that, as always, you can click on a column head and sort, and the arrow can be the change between ascending or descending order. We're going to go ahead and select the document that I just sent to myself. Now, as you can see, it'll generate a whole list of recipients that you've sent to. And by the way, these are also sortable. Just as another side note there, you'll notice the status is out for signature because it's been sent out, but I haven't signed it yet. And this is the sent date, and the last time we checked the status, which would be right now. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if I just sent this out, I'm not necessarily going to expect an employee to have signed it yet. But let's just say this is 2 days from now, and oh, look, I haven't signed this yet. I can then, if I'm the manager of this, I can then go and say, oh, okay, I'm going to go ahead and send these people reminders and be like, hey guys, you need to sign this. So the system makes it really easy to keep track of documents, really easy to hold people accountable for getting these things signed. So let's go see what these emails look like when they're sent out. So let me turn on the image here. Sorry. Okay, so when an email, when you send out a document to a recipient, they get a copy of it, and then the administrator will also get an email saying, hey, this document's been sent out. But when your employees, or whoever your recipient is, receives your policy, they're going to get an email that looks exactly like this, and all they have to do is click on this link, and EchoSign will take them directly to the document so they can review and sign it. They're not required to sign into the ThunderDG web application. They don't have to sign into EchoSign. They literally just click the link, review the document, and then sign it. Now, what's really cool is that I can either type my name in here, or I can click I would like to draw my signature, that little link down there at the bottom, and then literally you can draw your signature. And I'm doing this from a laptop with a mouse, so it might not look perfectly pretty, but the point is there's a lot of versatility as to how you can sign. And of course, as I mentioned in the overview, you can access this from any mobile device. So let's just say if I was looking at this, from my iPhone, I could do the same thing and sign this with my finger. It's just really cool, really easy to sign, really accessible, and just an all-around great system to use. So once you're done, whether typing your name or drawing it, you click Apply, and then you click this button here to e-sign, and that's it. You're done. After you've done that, you can literally just close the window, and if you're an employee, you're done. You can go back about your business. The other really cool thing that happens is after it's been signed, both parties are sent an email with a signed copy of the policy for their records. So now, that we're back here into the web app, we can go ahead and click Refresh Statuses to refresh, the specific statuses for the document. And you'll see now, look, I signed it. That was the date I signed it. This was the last time I checked. So once again, really easy to keep track of everything. And by the way, here's that email. The policy has been signed and filed, and there it is for me to review my own personal records whenever I choose to. The other nifty thing is once a policy has been signed, you'll notice this little view button shows up. You can go ahead and click on that, and it allows you to download and view a signed copy of the policy, whenever you might need to get to it. Now, you're probably asking yourself right now is, are these digital signatures legit? How do we know that they're, worth anything? Well, you'll notice right up here when I open up that PDF, you get this nice little blue header here. Certified by Adobe EchoSign e-signature service. Adobe Systems Incorporated, certified or certificate issued by VeriSign CA for Adobe CDS. So all these digital signatures are verified and processed by Adobe. We at RedSign don't really have any involvement with the actual signatures. It's all certified, processed, and taken care of by Adobe. And the best part of it is, because of all that, it's legal and legit. And we have we have more information on that on our website. If you want to go check that out, please feel free to do so. So yeah, once I've opened it up here, I can go ahead, view the policy if I want to, and I can also view the signature, as you can see right here. So it's all very legit, certified by Adobe. Very easy to get into these policies, make sure everyone has one, and of course it's very easy to keep track of people and make sure that they're actually signing these things. So we've seen the uploading of documents and recipients, we've seen how to sign it, we've seen how to track it, we've seen how to view policies once they've been signed. But the big question that's still left is, how do we know they actually read the policy? How are we going to hold them accountable for knowing what's in these things and being able to actually act as such? Well, that's why we built in this handy-dandy quiz module. And now you're seeing a couple things here. So first of all, up here where it says DNN quiz, this is the actual quiz module. This is where people will take their quizzes and really prove that they learned something. But before they can take their quiz, you have to send them the URL to get to the quiz. Now, this little label here, visible by administrators only, you've probably seen this a few times throughout the demo. It really means just like it says, that this specific part of the application is visible by administrators only. So sending the policy quiz URLs, the status review section, reporting section, and the policy administration section are all only visible to administrators. And in a little bit, when I'm signed in as a user, I'll show you kind of what the user sees if they happen to click on one of those links to take them to those pages. But rest assured, you don't have to worry about employees haphazardly destroying the application. So anyway, once you come to the quiz module page, all you have to do is click on this little pencil icon here next to policy quiz URL. And then literally all you have to do is click save and send. And it will send each registered user a personalized quiz URL that they can use to access the quiz module. And I'll go ahead and send a second one for good measure. Never hurts to do it. Then, in the meantime, I'll show you how to make a quiz, which is also pretty straightforward. Just hover over the little manage button here, go to add quiz. And this quiz module is very straightforward and also very easy to use. So after you click on add quiz, all you have to do is put in a title. Let's call this sample quiz. Set what specific user role you want to be able to see this. We'll say registered user. Pass percentage. Whether or not you want testing to expire. In this case, we do, and we'll say it expires after 5 days. And yes, we want to publish so that people can see it. So save general settings. And then we can put in our specific questions. So you're going to come down here and click on this little plus sign. And this, as you can see, is a full editor. So I can put in any random text. I can add media. So images, videos, other documents. I can really make this as in-depth as I want. So pretty easy. We just say what the proper answer is, which we all know is answer 1. And then, of course, you can go back in and edit questions if you decide to change what they want to say. You can delete questions by selecting the question and then clicking the red X here. And you can change the order of the questions by selecting a question and then pressing the up and down arrows here to move it accordingly. So it's pretty cool, really easy to use, and all you have to do when you're done is click return to module, and you're brought back out here to the administration page. So, okay, you sent out your URL, and what's really cool about that is that all you have to do is click on the URL, and you're automatically logged in and taken to the quiz page where you can take your quizzes. Now, before we take the actual quiz, I just want to show you what employees see on some of these other pages. So as mentioned, certain things are only visible to administrators. And you'll notice, I'm on the policy administration page and I'm signed in as my employee account. And you'll notice I'm not seeing anything here. Similarly, I'll go to the reporting. You'll notice I'm still not seeing anything here. And on the quiz page, you'll notice I'm not seeing that whole send quiz URL thing. And again, that's just because we want to make sure that employees are not, haphazardly clicking on things and inadvertently breaking the application. So very easy, very straightforward, really not much to worry about. Now, there is one other thing to keep in mind, and that's that when you send out these quiz URLs, it really does send out a URL to each and every registered user, and that includes administrators. So just to show you real quick, I will log in using my admin URL. Oh, already had it in there for me. Okay, so now the reason I mention this is because you're probably wondering, well, gee, it's really convenient and easy to be able to sign in with these URLs, but what about admin accounts? Because they are registered users, so when you do that, they do also get their own URLs. So if that admin URL were to fall in the wrong hands, what's to stop someone from coming in and messing with our application? Well, worry not. We set this up so that the admin URLs do not work. As you're about to see, when you try logging in, you'll get this nice little error message. Sorry, we are not authorized to log in your account due to your security level. So the system is very good at recognizing security rules, and it will not let administrators log in using the URL. So you don't have to worry about that, ever happening, or about someone getting into your system and messing things up. We got you covered. Anyway, get back to taking the quiz for you. Go back to my email and sign in again, my handy dandy URL. So let's go ahead and take the quiz we just made. So what is 2 plus 2? Well, obviously that's 4. And submit. And lo and behold, you have passed the quiz with a score of 100%. A total of 80% was needed to pass. I'm going to go ahead and click here and view my completion certificate. Yay. And just like that, I'm done. And all I have to do is close it and be on my merry way and get back to whatever my other duties for the company happen to be that day. So now I'm going to go ahead and sign in as an admin again, just show you one more brief feature here. Okay, so one final feature here. As an admin, you also have the ability to view quiz results. So if I go into this quiz I just took, I can click on View Results, and look, quiz taker, that's me, Patrick, I got 1 correct, so I got 100%, and I passed. So not only can you quiz your employees on these policies, making sure they actually read them, you can also keep track and make sure that they've actually taken the quiz. So you can hold them accountable for doing it. So as is the general mantra with the ThunderDG application, very easy to use, very user-friendly, very easy to keep track of things, and most importantly, it helps make your life a lot easier. So that's all we have for you today. Thank you very much for sitting through this demo. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions, you can feel free to email me at pewing, that's PEWING, at redzonetech.net. Or you can give us a call at 410-897-9494, and we'll answer any questions you may have. Thanks very much, and have a great day.